Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are having an amazing weekend. I hope that you are still enjoying the Thanksgiving weekend and that you had a lovely, peaceful week if you did in fact celebrate. I know not everyone celebrates Thanksgiving because not everybody is in the US, and I know that not all Americans celebrate Thanksgiving either. It's a holiday that has some complicated feelings associated with it. So if you did celebrate it, I hope you had a good one. If you didn't, I hope you have had an awesome week too. Let's leave it at that. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's been going around in my head now for a while, and that is the concept of B corporations, benefit corporations. The idea that a commercial entity can exist in a world where it doesn't just have to make money for its shareholders or its owners, but in fact has a purpose beyond that, a purpose to do good things for the world around it. And while B corporations are fairly common here in North America now, they're not very common when it comes to the automotive industry, because automakers, by and large, are tasked with one thing: making money for the car company rather than putting those good things back into the environment. But here's the thing: electric vehicles are, by their very definition, supposed to be more environmentally responsible, more environmentally conscious, and more caring for the planet than internal combustion engine vehicles. And while there are numerous large automakers out there whose job will probably continue to focus specifically on making large amounts of money for their shareholders, although many of them transitioning to electric vehicles are discovering they don't have a lot of spare cash right now because they slept on the whole EV idea for a while. The idea that an EV startup or an electric vehicle specialist could be a benefit corporation where it's not just plowing its profits into the stock market and its shareholders is quite a compelling one. And I would love to see automakers become benefit corporations. Now, benefit corporations can make a profit. It's not a company where they are a not-for-profit organization and they're not allowed to have a positive bank balance, as it were. Benefit corporations can make money, but they also have to satisfy a set of requirements to prove that what they as a company are doing, their ethos and their actions, are not governed solely by the need to make money for their shareholders. Instead, benefit corporations have to juggle the concept of making money with the concept of doing things that are good for communities, good for the planet, and good for the world. And I would love to see automakers become benefit corporations. But, and this is a big but, electric vehicles are expensive to make, they're expensive to develop, and right now there's not a huge amount of profit to be made on EVs. Now, Tesla is making profit on its vehicles. It was early to the market. It had this disruptive approach to electric vehicles, but even Tesla is not a benefit corporation. Tesla is very much a for-profit entity. It's making its CEO, Elon Musk, lots of money. It's making Tesla shareholders lots of money, both individual day traders and also institutional investors. But in a future where keeping our planet from overheating, ensuring that we don't kill off any more species, ensuring that everybody has a fair and equitable wage and everybody has access to decent healthcare, which many people watching would say, oh, that's a socialist agenda. Oh, it's actually quite, I think personally, an admirable goal that we can all have good healthcare, access to a good, fair living salary, that we can afford to buy the goods and services that we need to feed our families and to keep the world in a good place. I think that those things are are things that go hand in hand with running a benefit corporation. I apologise, my truck is lighting up. The camera's on the hood of my truck, and we've got lots of high winds here, so the power keeps going on and going off, and my truck keeps coming on and turning off. And my dog, Ghost, has decided to run away. 1 second, let me retrieve my dog. Come here. Come on. This is why I don't normally bring him outside when I'm doing Sunday Musings, because he gets bored and he wanders off. And today I decided I would let him outside, and he decided to wander off. Anyway, where was I? Right, benefit corporations. I think they're a very good idea. Tell me if you think automakers should become them. Can they? Or is making a car and selling it somehow antithetical to the goals of a benefit corporation? Let me know below, and I would love to see what you think. If you liked this video, you know what to do. Feel free to tip us with the super thanks. The comments section is of course open below, as is our Discord chat room. There's a link below. If you want more, do subscribe, hit the bell, follow the links to regularly support us with a YouTube membership or a Patreon subscription, both here and on our main channel, and you'll also find links to Bitcoin, Ko-fi and our swag store. Scrolling on my right is the list of amazing charged up supporters. And shout outs go to our self-driving tier supporters: Mike Weeder, Patrick Boyarski, Chris Maxwell, Brian Newton, Michael Goad, Bennett Elder, Andrew Martin, Pedro Mura Pinheiro, Brophy Wolf, Chris and Michael Johnson, Tasla in the Gong, Dan Blair, Peter Dillinger, Gordon C, Stephen O'Donoghue, Carl Hodgson, Anthony Coates, Regine Fellows, Denny Hyde, Chris Ascenter and Jim Vaness. Finally, super out of this world thanks to our Starman level supporters. They are Andrew Glenn, Anonymous Freak, JP Fagerbeck, Joe Bresney, John Lyons, Rory Litwin, Kevin Burrowbridge, Dave Kitchen, Laura Reynolds, Marcel Ward, Matthew Drobnak, Paul Conway, Reggie Watts, Will Graylin and Ian. I hope you enjoy the shorter ending. We've been tweaking it slightly. This is why I'm reading it more than I normally would. We'll be back soon with more videos, but until then, thanks for joining me. Keep evolving.